What would you do if you had a 12-year-old daughter who was weeks away from giving birth and she suddenly vanished without a trace? Well, that's exactly what happened to 12-year-old Celina Mays. If you want to know more about this case, please continue watching. Here is a missing persons flyer of Celina Mays. On the left is her picture when she went missing at 12 years old. She went missing on December 16th, 1996, and she went missing from Willingboro, New Jersey. And she was born on May 21st, 1984. She would be in her late 30s now. At the time of her disappearance, she had black hair, brown eyes, and stood at a height of 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed 120 pounds, and she was pregnant. And this is what she might look like today in her 30s. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. The child that she was pregnant with at the time of her disappearance would be about 25 years old today, and police are hoping for some resolution to the case due to the fact that technology has grown over the years, and with the presence of social media, they are hoping that either the child or Celina would see this information and come forward to let someone know if she is still alive. And they believed that they had a sighting of her back in 97, right before or after she went missing, but it was determined later that the young lady that they saw was not her and that it was someone else. Now, it is said that Celina did not want her baby's father to be identified, although she did tell her family members at the time when they questioned her that the boy was someone that she knew, but he did not go to their church. And police had a hard time getting a search warrant to search the home where she disappeared from, because her family is a part of a religious group that does not really do too well with having outsiders in their business and in the family's business who attend the church. And they wanted to also search the church, but they were not given permission to do that either. Detectives find it very strange, and so do I, that she went missing weeks before she was supposed to give birth. And at the time, they suspected that her father may be the child of the father's child, but it was later determined after he had passed away, with the help of his doctor, that he was not the father of her child that she was pregnant with when she went missing. Although the case has changed many hands over the years, since she went missing, police have generated over 250 leads, but none of them have proved to be successful in finding her or what might have happened to her. Now, I hate to go into speculation land, but just because Celina's father was not the father of her child, that does not mean that someone in the church, like a member of the church, like someone who sat on the board, or even the pastor or preacher, is not the father of her child. And that's why she went missing, because, when people like that do things like this to children, especially at that age, it's easier to convince them to run away, have the baby, and give the baby up. Now, who's to say that that didn't happen? But in the process of her having the baby, and the fact that she was so young and probably small, she suffered some complications during giving birth, and she probably, passed away, and the person probably got rid of her body, or who knows what could have happened. Now, Celina's stepmother said that the night that she went missing or disappeared, she had ice cream with her and her sister and her family. And right before she went upstairs to go to bed, she told her, "Thanks for everything." And this makes me believe that she knew that she was going to run away that night, but she probably did not know that she was going to suffer complications while giving birth to the child, because it was reported that since she was so young, she would need a C-section to basically give birth to her child that she was pregnant with. And I'm thinking that it's because she was so young and probably so small and undeveloped, she would have to have a C-section, because there was really no other way. Celina was born to a black father, C.J. Mays, and a white mother, Lynn Vitale. And unfortunately, Lynn died in the early 90s due to a brain aneurysm. And that is where CJ and his family got custody of Celina. And at first, it was a little difficult between the families, as I said earlier, because it was proven that CJ had turned his life around and got involved with the church. And so ultimately, custody was rewarded to him. And due to the fact that they were a part of this religious church, they did not want Celina to have an abortion, even though she was very young and had got pregnant. Now, I'm just wondering, how does that happen? And it's like she was so guarded that she wouldn't have had time to go outside and play, because she didn't go outside and play really. So therefore, that leads me to believe that it was an adult that got her pregnant, and they probably scared her into not telling who they were, because like I said, they could have been a member of the church, and so therefore they would have been an older person, and they probably scared her into believing, like most predators do, that if you say something, I'm gonna hurt your family, or if you say something, nobody's gonna believe you, but they're gonna believe me, and you're gonna get in trouble for lying on me. But fortunately, the family no longer lives at the home that they once lived in Willingboro when Celina went missing. And I hope that, like with some cases, police can now go into that home with the permission of the people who occupy it and see what they can dig up by using luminol maybe and pulling up the carpet, because something could be, hidden in the floor. Blood can be detected in the floor. It might be hers if they do detect some. And the carpet probably has been replaced, I'm sure, by now, but they might get lucky and the carpet could not have been replaced after all these years and they can find more evidence. Celina's case was featured on In Pursuit with John Walsh on the Investigation Discovery Channel on September 14th of this year. And they are urging anyone to call with information of her whereabouts. They are urged to call or text the show at 833-3-PURSUIT or submit an anonymous tip online. And I hope that someone can say if she's still alive or not. Hopefully she is, and she will be found soon. And hopefully her family can get some closure or resolution to this case, because I'm sure they want to know what happened after all these years. But unfortunately, guys, that brings me to the end of today's video. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down in the comment section below. And if you're not already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.